This take felt a lot stronger for me prior to the Pierce Morgan interview and all the chaos that ensued from it. However,
Mhm.
remember when I told you that there's a wild, wild trend of Euro Cup goal scorers and World Cup? All
Yeah.
right, ready for this? In 2008 at the Euro Cup, the top goal scorer was David Villa. Spain wins the World Cup in 2010. Euro 2012, top goal scorer, tied with a couple other people, but top goal scorer, Mario Gomez. Germany wins the World Cup
Wow.
in
Jeez, have not heard
2014.
anything in a very long time.
Right. They win the World Cup in 2014. In 2016, the Euros, Antoine Griezmann. They win the World Cup in 2018. Alan, do you know who the top goal scorer was in Euro 2020?
Look, man, Ronaldo was tied with I think he was tied with Patrick Schick.
He
Where's Czech
was.
Republic, man?
Shout to the Czech
Yeah, oh,
Republic.
Patrick Schick. Oh my god, that goal against Scotland will forever be ingrained in my mind. But okay, I had to feel okay. Look, man, this guy can't play 90 minutes at this point. Like,
Yeah.
I just think look, Ronaldo could pop up with a goal or two. I'm not gonna doubt greatness, man. I respect his greatness, but right now it's hard to be optimistic.
It's looking a little suspect in Portugal, without a doubt.
Yeah,
Without a doubt.
yeah.
But listen, as a degenerate, you already know I'm betting on Portugal because of that. Like, come on, man. We gotta follow these trends. We gotta follow these
I mean,
trends.
you love Ronaldo.
Yeah. I respect greatness, man. And when you have an
I
iconic
I, I get that. Yeah.
yeah, when you have iconic players like that, I think it's something to definitely they could take over. You saw him do that in the last World Cup. I know it was 4 years ago, completely different level of player that he was then and now, but he does have things up his sleeve, and I think Portugal is they have a lot of talent. Let's see what the fallout is going to be from all this stuff. All right, Alan, we need to we're going to start winding this down just a little bit. I did send you a text over there for a couple things, but I want to talk about give me your semifinals and then give me your finals and then your winner. And then you could also give me like your player of the tournament.
I'm going Argentina, Brazil, France, Uruguay. I was really tempted to pick Croatia, but the instability at the keeper position and their lack of a goal scorer, I think Croatia's gonna have a hell of a run. But I'm gonna pick Uruguay to beat them, which makes them get in the semis. So yeah, three South America teams. I'm buying into South America.
Wow. Okay, so then what's your final?
Brazil, France.
Oof.
I
Oof.
gotta go with the two heavyweights.
And
I
then
just think those the two most complete squads.
who do you have winning?
Brazil is just too loaded. Like you just look at their squad, particularly with the forwards. I think this is a tournament where we're going to see what team could use their five subs the best, and I think Brazil is most equipped to do that. Because look, we know how much these clubs have been forcing these players to play. It's been very difficult. Like we can rely on form, but some of these players just might be totally fatigued, which is why I think that's going to be most crucial, and that's why I think Brazil and France are two standout teams. But I think just Brazil has the most firepower, and they have the best goalkeeper in the world, whether it be Ederson or Allison.
So you have Uruguay winning that group then, right? Over Portugal?
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
yeah, I got Uruguay and South Korea. I'm riding with South Korea.
Wow. Wow. That's nice. I like that. That's a take. That's a take for sure. I don't agree, but that's a take. I like it. Cause that's something important. Like I just put up this post on my Instagram too before I get into like the nitty gritty of my semis and the final matchup. You got to be careful because there are certain bets you can make, like name the finalist of who you think is going to be in the World Cup. It's one of my favorite bets to make. You need to pay attention to the bracket. And you need to understand how the bracket works because first in one group plays second from another group, and chances are like the most heavily wagered amongst like 12 different sports books that I've looked into is a Brazil Argentina World Cup final, 25-1. If both finish first, they're playing each other in the semis. Both are minus 400 or more to win their group. It's expected like 80% of the time that they both win their group. You're donating your money. So all these people that have heavily wagered on that to be the final, it's kind of donations. And you're going to keep the lights on at a lot of these casinos and establishments in Vegas and just around the country with all the sports betting that's opening up. So it's just important to like understand the bracket because it goes a long way. With that being said, my semis is also going to be Argentina and Brazil. And I do think the winner of that hoists the World Cup. I think this run of European teams winning the World Cup is coming to an end. The last team to win a World Cup that was not European was Brazil in 2002. And I think it's going to be Brazil and Argentina on that side of the bracket in the semis. And I have England in like the most ugly way possible, like penalty kicks and just like grossness. I have them
2018 all over again.
Yeah, I have them playing Portugal. And my final is going to be it's going to be Brazil and Portugal, and I think Brazil wins the World Cup.
Okay.
I think
I'd love
Brazil
to see Portugal make a run. They got a hell of a squad. I'm concerned.
can make a strong case that them two have the most attacking power in this tournament.
Agreed. Yeah.
And man, this Brazil team is special, dude. It is the best iteration of Brazil that we've seen in a long time. And it's the most complete, too. Because even in the past, like you had Neymar and Firmino and you had Coutinho. Like they had a lot of attacking talent. And then defensively, they were a little suspect. But now they're just solid across the board. And I don't even know what they're going to do up top and just attacking with all the talent that they have. Like Martinelli should be a starter with how well he's been playing in Arsenal. But then you got Neymar and Vinicius also. And Rafinha. Like you just have so much talent, man. And with
I
this,
think Anthony's a huge X factor.
oh my God, I didn't even mention him.
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? So
he takes flair to the next level.
Yeah. He's very brash and he's very outspoken. And he recently said like dribbling is in my DNA and all that stuff. So, and I think it's gonna be Brazil. If you don't like chalk, too bad, because that's what the World Cup has always been. It's always been chalk. It's always been the obvious selections because this is the shortest amount of time between the opening game and the final, only 28 days, I believe, in between. That's another one of those Qatar stats. Also, Alan, I got Brazil winning it from a long shot perspective. I think Valverde wins the golden ball, but I think this is a tournament where people leave saying that Vinicius might be the best player in the world.
Yeah, he's my golden ball winner. I think this is his tournament to tear it up.
Yeah, he's 16-1 in many places. Very, very good number. And yeah, I think if Brazil want to make a deep run, like I think they could, I think Neymar is going to need to come to his senses and understand that, like, one, you don't need to do it all on your own. And two, like, it's no longer your Brazil, bro. Like, we just got to be honest.
And I think he understands it. Just playing through PSG now, playing with it. I know PSG, there's always drama there, but look, playing with Messi is always going to ground them. And I think Brazil has a lot of leaders. Like we were talking about the FIFA documentary with Thiago Silva, and I think Tite is a great manager as well. So I think Brazil has that nucleus. We didn't mention Casemiro, but I know it's been a little quiet for me tonight. But in terms of big game experience, there's not too many that have big game experience quite like Casemiro. So I think Brazil, they have enough influence there where just like they could keep Neymar's ego in check.
This was fun, man. I can't wait. We're gonna skip on the NFL because we're running up on time here. But also, like, there's a second part of this episode too that's being pieced together, comparing NBA players to World Cup stars. Also, with Jay, formerly of Complex and Soul Savvy. He's been on the pod a bunch. He's done some World Cup with us too in the past, Alan. So you'll have that. Alan, tell the people where they could find you.
Alan Sturk, ALLENSTRK.
Yeah, I just I didn't give my outro, Alan, because there's a second part to this, so that's why I just let it end on you there.
No
but
worries.
all right, man. But yeah, we cut out the NFL just because we're running up on time, and like I think with the World Cup being what it is, we'll just leave it as that, and we'll come back next week.